Alright, Wild Sauce appeared and we're finally facing off against Commander Saturn. That guy who may or may not have some Neko fucking ears underneath his hair, like in oh goodness, like that fucking girl from Keijo, the one who was like supposed to be a big rival, but then like apparently like the ratings that that Keijo got were like abysmal, so they had to like just they had to summarize like 4 planned seasons toward the end because they were because the fucking production company, I can't remember what the name of the overarching distributor was, but they were basically like, nah, it's canceled. It's canceled. We got you in for the season, that's all we're doing. So you better scale that shit up. And they're like, oh, well, we can't really, you know, pay our fucking writers too much more, so, you know, why don't we just retool, like, the last season to have all the last couple episodes to have some badass shit in it, and then, like, you know, just summarize that, oh, by the way, happily ever after, Keijo died on her way back to her home planet. Fucking shit. What are you doing, Sauce? Are you taking another? Are you taking another puff from her pipe? Because you seem to be taking a long ass time with some certain things, Pally. Better not. Even though I know all my secrets. God, that episode of Simpsons was, I don't know why, I always seem to come back to it. Maybe it's because I saw it when I was a kid and I was just like, hell yeah, millennials rule, even though that was Gen Xers back then. Simpsons is a weird thing because its canon has been so utterly inconsistent. Like, okay, so the my head. I'm trying to think back because there's like that stupid thing where like where Sideshow Bob tries to marry Selma. Like those fireplaces that could just could just smoke up the fucking room. Like those were made like illegal in like. They had to like keep them to a certain standard back then, and he didn't modify it at all. Sideshow Bob didn't, in order to, you know, when he was blowing up Selma, like he didn't like try to rewire it at all. But those kind of gas fireplaces aren't allowed in like hotel suites anymore because, you know, sometimes they would just gas up the fucking joint. And, you know, that's not good, with or without the explosion. But then it's like, oh, well, since, you know, none of the Simpsons age, but, you know, it's still modern time. Modern time is still progressing. Just whenever there's a flashback episode, make sure that they fit the generation that they are currently in. Like, it was surreal when I saw that Homer and Marge were a couple. I don't think they were married, but it's like, it was suddenly 1993 because, like, there was a Sonic. There was a fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, what was it? It was like one of the last episodes I ever watched before giving up. It was like a Sonic the Hedgehog pro chastity, pro abstinence poster, and it's like, okay, but you know, they also met in the 60s. They were effectively, you know, boomers, but also now they are Gen Xers again, or incredibly young boomers. incredibly young to like, you know, actually have met in like 1960. It's, I don't, that's the problem with these series that go on for too long, and they're so steeped in formula that at some point they can't budge. Because like you've got, and that's especially with cartoons. With cartoons, you know, there is no real age progression, but sometimes they include time progression, sometimes not. But that's the problem, I argue, with setting your series in the modern world, is just all this dumb bullshit. I mean, frankly, I'm surprised that Marvel hasn't gotten into that area where, you know, we kicked Saturn's ass. Take that, you dumb planet. You and your rings think you're such hot shit. Think you're such hot shit. Well, guess what? You are very hot because your fucking atmosphere is dummy thick, dude. In any case, what I was saying about, you know what? I can't carry on this conversation like this. I can't. I simply cannot. I'm just gonna. Wow! Bada bing, bada boom. So the words that I was saying was about how it's hard to frame something in real life and just maintain that progression of the world around them while also, you know, encapsulating this handful of fictional characters to just this area, to just this place where time stands still, or, you know, completely alters in general. And they just sort of, like I said, they switch it up. Their generation just jumps, and they do weird things that, you know, were taboo to other generations. And then we're just supposed to accept it as if they were always been that way. They haven't always been that way. That was a good Rickyism. Remember, it's in stores today. That was in an earlier episode. Now, anybody who watches this is going to be heckin' confused. Big frustration. But yeah, I find that sort of prospect rather irritating. Like, if I had to say when a show should, like, definitively cut it off, is probably max season 9. And the reason why I say that is because odds are 9 out of 10 times, like, series bests are at the 7 through either season 7 or through season 9, and debatably even season 10. I find it really hard to decide between, I think it is season 10 of Always Sunny or season 8. But I'm willing to, I want to admit that I think that the best season of Trailer Park Boys is season 7. It's just, it ties itself up so perfectly, and it begins so smoothly, and like I hated season 9. Like, I think it was season 9. It was either season 9 or season 8. Pretty sure it was 9. Because that was when they got in hard on all of the celebrity bullshit. It was like, hey, here are some cameos. We totally aren't losing our viewers, not at all. And then they just gave up with when Trailer Park Boys Animated hit the digital store shelves, as it were. Oh, and by the way, I apologize if you can hear my fan running in the distance. It's a little hot. I ain't complaining though, because I've been dying to get out of the cold. Even though the nights are still pretty chill. Man, the snow cone shack is open, and I'm so excited, I'm so happy! I'm gonna get so much tiger's blood, and so much Godzilla, and a mix. And you know what's also a really good one? It's, okay. Let me gather my thoughts. Mango? There's mango in it, I know that much. I don't think it was orange. Was it orange? Okay, it was mango, tiger's blood, and there was one more. Pineapple! Yes, that was it. Oh, it's so tasty. Oh, oh boy. Yeah, I'm good. I'm right where I need to be right now. And if anybody's watching this, hey, how's it going? I'm in a very sad place right now. Oh yes, I am. Oh yes, I am. All I can do is get high and do shit and get miserable all the time. That wasn't a song. That was a monster. There's no space station. Also, I do have my window open, so yeah, maybe I should pull it down and sing. But then again, once again, I worry about keeping my voice too low may, increase the rate at which you hear the fan going. Maybe that's the way that, audio works. Maybe not. It's hard to tell nowadays, especially with mono speakers, like the one that I have right in front of me. A mono microphone. There we go. That's the word. That's the proper word. I went to college. I went to university. God. I'm wondering, apparently Sunnyvale Shoals is happening, and then there's another spin-off happening, and then there's an animated, another animated season coming out. Let's go, wow, licensing is off the hook for this fucking random-ass show in Canada. Went back to talking about Trailer Park Boys for a second there. That's only because I've been watching that and Star Trek. Star Trek is so good. TNG. I've been a fucking hipster for, ever since I was, 22. When I started watching OTS at TOS. And I was just I watch TOS and it's pretty good. And I'm and yeah, it's good, I love it. But fuck me, Star Trek TNG just has so many fucking banger episodes in it that just okay, I felt something for brief periods in TOS. I have scenes that I can point out that I'm just yeah, this episode kicks ass because it has this in it. But in fucking TNG, there are some episodes where it's just oh fuck, that happens, boom, this happens, bang, and it's just it's such a fucking roller coaster. And you just want to stand up and say either yeah or fuck you, and it's so it feels so refreshing. Just, I could scarcely believe it. I thought I cut everything out, but I failed again. I fail at everything I achieve, and people wonder why I am so depressed and why I lack self-esteem. I work hard at this. You don't know my life. Come with me and you'll... Wow, really? Oh, now you move, idiot. Bad Silas. Bang, bang, bad Silas. And I'm gonna have to leave that part in too, because, this is a one-shot recording. That's always a fun thing to do. It's always a guarantee. Always guaranteed to have a fun time. Unless, you want me to do the whole episode over again. like a professional. And hey, I ain't being paid for this shit. So guess who's not being professional? 3 thumbs way up high for this guy. I said 3, and the video is coming to an end. Man, I feel bad. I feel good, but I also feel bad. Stay wild.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows my sorrow.